Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, baby. If you're happy to be alive and here, welcome to the Comeback City Saturday Night Show. I am your co-host, Sky.
And I'm Lance.
And we're here, baby. We're here on another show. If you're here bright and early, let's get some ones in the chat. Happy to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a packed show tonight. Kicking things off, we got the weekly cooldown, a ton of news going over the last few days. Then we're going to move into the forum freakout, go on to, some of the drama and some stuff happening this last, week or so with Legion Remix, as well as heading into Midnight with the brand new phase, and then a pretty big discussion at the end, something that's very serious that I promise you're going to want to stick around for. If you guys are interested in earning a free Midnight Epic Edition, be sure to stay tuned because we could be giving one away? Question mark? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing in the chat?
I think we were talking about perhaps doing another giveaway as well.
Another giveaway?
Yeah, a different type of giveaway.
A different type of giveaway. What are we talking about?
We are going to be giving away one custom Comeback Kid shirt. Well, not custom, but one of the shirts from the website.
Bro.
The one lucky viewer.
One lucky viewer.
One's in the chat.
We'll figure that out. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, man, a lot of things going on. Hoping everyone's having a good time. How is everyone doing in Legion Remix so far? What's going on? Did you guys hit max level? Are you raiding? Are you getting some, farming stuff out? What's the plan with you guys when it comes to Legion Remix? Before we dive into the show, how's everyone doing? Lance, what about you? What's going on with you in Legion Remix?
I am level 40.
Level 40? Okay.
We're taking it at what you call a brisk pace.
Okay, brisk, a little brisk walk. Like,
you enjoy it.
Almost like someone's in front of you.
Uh-huh.
And you're faster than them, so you're just trying to slightly pick it up and trying to get in front of them.
Bingo.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. I am level 80. We full cleared the both heroic raids, which was honestly a lot more trivial than I thought it would be. We are pretty powerful. Had to do a lot of content and prep a lot of things for work. So, I have been a little bit behind the last couple days, which is a little bit, trouble. Gonna head into Mythic raiding, finish gathering some stuff, and get ready on, I believe it's the 21st or 22nd, the next week, where we fully unlock the Surmar campaign and that whole zone. So a lot of stuff there. Ripping it, get slowly, got my level 80 today. Too much work, and yeah, we're like 4 weeks more powerful than week 1 of Mop Remix. Yeah, I feels like we're really strong very early, which I don't necessarily think is a bad
Well, I think
thing.
that's by design.
Yeah. Tapped out on my Demon Hunter. The glitch was too much. That's fucking crazy. 2 level 80s, 2 for the Sargeras. Oh, nice. But computer crashing on Xavius' room for no reason. That sucks. Wow, really? My plan is to wait until every phase is out so I can do everything in one day to get all mounts. By the way, well, one day is going to be a little difficult. But that's not a bad idea. A lot of people seem to be doing that. Not doing Remix, did Legion when it was current, and raid farm and dying and be... Okay. Battlefield 6. Oh, anyone get Battlefield 6? I heard it's really good. Let me know if you guys did. Just hit level 50. Nice. The Bama TV stream was going on about the poor connectivity on Legion Remix. However, I have hit 23 Paladin already and joined so far. Nice. Okay.
Not too bad.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had any hiccups when it comes to Legion Remix. And this is not me just stroking the old Blizz shaft here. I'm honestly being genuine here. I haven't had any issues when it comes to connectivity and like issues when it comes to actually playing the game. I've gotten a lot of reputations exalted already. I've farmed out a lot of materials. I have like 400,000 bronze.
400k bronze.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of it already. So like I'm just chill. I'm on autopilot mode at this point. But a lot to talk about. As much as I love to shill over Blizzard, one of the biggest things we are going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to some questionable decisions, and I want to hear all of your guys' input, is do you guys think them bringing Amani Troll into the game would be a good or bad thing? Yes or no? Because as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the hotter topics of today that I want to dive into, this is our over on Twitter here, is that...
Whoa.
We'll go through a couple of this stuff here.
God.
right off the bat, some custom images of what this race could look like as an Amani troll. This is a warrior here, and listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. Yeah, that's fucking insane. Lance, what are your thoughts on Amani trolls potentially coming in Midnight?
You know what I've been saying about them since literally BC. So I thought that they were badass when we were killing them in TBC. So I would really enjoy them.
Some people, well, why would it be a bad thing? Some people actually don't like trolls, believe it or not. I think so. Actually, Cakeface, first time chat, fuck trolls.
So there you go.
Shout out to you, Cakeface. See? Some people don't like the idea of them being in the game, but Amani trolls are absolutely legendary. A little bit of a problem here. Mr. GM put out a tweet the other day. He did the quest line, and as of the second build of the Midnight Alpha, the Amani customizations, Obsidian, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Options for the, hold on one second, wait for the animations. Okay, for the Dark Spirit Troll include 4 skin colors and 4 hair colors. The new hairstyles haven't been added to the alpha yet. Ooh. So, once again, we don't know if this is 100% going to be a thing, but as of just right now with alpha testing, this is what we got in terms of customization.
That's certainly something.
Listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If they don't actually bring Amani trolls to the game in a fashion similar to this, this is going to be a nuclear blunder, in my opinion.
We just need the model that's in game. I mean, that's it.
Trolls be raging, man. That's great. Listen, all I know is you give me that Amani, give me the beard, the hairstyle. I'm going troll enhancement shaman. That's it. I'm done. See you guys at midnight.
No, you wouldn't.
I totally would. I would literally insta lock in.
Hold on. Shake on it.
I would shake on it
guys,
right now.
Hold on.
Would you not?
He's shaking.
Oh, well,
on
you're
this.
going Devour. That's
right now, everyone understand this.
If they let me play this model,
yeah,
I'll say it to the camera. If they let me play this Amani troll model, I will insta lock an Amani troll enhancement shaman in midnight. Clip it, ship it like a UPS truck. Let's go. Anyways, a couple other interesting tidbits I wanted to talk about on Twitter.
Out of this house. I want you out of this house right now.
I thought this was my house.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Get out.
So the difference between Amani or Zandalari. It's two different. That's like saying it's a different culture.
Blood elf and night elf.
It's also a different culture as well. Like it's like just because we're human doesn't mean we're all one culture and we're all exactly the same. It's different.
They also do not look alike.
Yeah.
So the what do you call it?
The back,
the Zandalari, their
posture.
They stand up straight, proud. They were like the kings of the world at one point. Amani are more barbaric, forest. There's definitely not the same at all.
Yeah.
No.
I'm saying the same thing about making a human who can look like Terralian. You have the assets for new human hair. Just unlock them for us. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, additionally, when it comes to player housing, we have a couple little tidbits here as well. People are already making jump puzzles in their housing here. Let's see if we can play a little bit. And it's literally a whole thing. And she keeps on going in the entirety of her house. So, pretty cool little tidbits to go on here, and really creative when it comes to player housing in World of Warcraft Midnight. By the way, I believe it is officially live on the PTR, so if anyone wants to go check out housing for free, you actually can, and you don't need to buy Midnight to test all this out. So, really interesting stuff, and...
so I guess Demon Hunters are going to be excluded from it.
I would assume so, yeah. Other than that, we also got a first look at one of these little Void Warglaves. Those are insanity. Is anyone going Demon Hunter in Midnight, by the way? Anybody going Demon Hunter in the chat? Lance? Demon Hunter? Teleport to your home, don't work on PTR. Yeah, that's something we're going to break down in a second. Johnny's Joint, thank you for the follow, buddy. Appreciate that. Hello, baby. Thank you. Tried yesterday. Leveling, getting myself up at the moment, oh, nice. Okay, WWW. Tribute to the late friend. Well, shout out to the late friend, man. Shout out. Big shout out. I just leveled up a troll to 80, thinking it was official we're having Amani trolls at midnight. Yeah, I'm going to hit that up just in case, though. I'm going to make sure to have an Amani troll ready, locked in, ready to go. Coffee, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the love. Additionally, guys, something very interesting is someone was so creative, in fact, that they took the housing design on the outside and turned it into like a distillery. You're welcome. Thank you, buddy. And it actually was getting to the point where it's so creative that they're using other parts of like materials and turning it into like gazebos. So for example, you see me combining gazebos to make rooms, carts to make roof sections, along with tables and bookcases to make walls. And you can see on the outside here, that's insane. Wow. That is insanity.
Wow.
Because you can see that the base house, in a way, is like just this right here. Like just this little outline here. But they're sitting here and making whole... It's fucking crazy. People are gonna go nuts with this thing. They're gonna go nuts. Honestly. Wow, cribs in midnight. Yo, for real.
No, this is gonna be... It's gonna be very fun to go to people's houses.
Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Additionally, also on the PTR, you can actually right-click their BattleNet tag and click View House and actually go to their house when you'd want to, which is really, really interesting stuff as well.
Wow.
So very cool. Very, very cool stuff. A lot of little integrations here. Shout out to Mr. GM, of course. So yeah, when it comes to Twitter, I think that's about it so far. I did want to get into some of the bigger tidbits of news. Yo, what is going on? How we doing, Militas? How we doing? Warcraft, my crib. Oh, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question. How many of you actually PvP in World of Warcraft right now?
Look at me. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't think I do either. And the reason is because it sucks. The reason is simple, ladies and gentlemen. PvP right now fucking sucks. It's not good in retail. Right now, it's bad. Every class has an answer to everything. But come Midnight World of Warcraft, remember, every class in the game is getting pruned substantially. Not every class is going to have the answer to every problem. So what does that mean, Lance? Go.
Well, it's going to make it more accessible, easier to get in, but also it's just going to make it more approachable.
For sure.
Right?
And you combine that with the fact that no add-ons are going to be allowed in PvP instance-based content other than just simple UI changes. No combat add-ons will be allowed. Yeah, that's going to change the game.
It's going to put people who are just starting out on a similar playing field. Obviously, they're still not going to beat someone who's good at PvP, but, you know, it puts them on a similar playing field.
Yeah. Either way, very exciting stuff. So Midnight PvP could absolutely be back. Hey, sorry I'm late. I was hitting up some guild stuff. Yo, Ramp, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome. By the way, if anyone's logged in game, let them know that the comeback hits are live, please. Do you think PvP boost sales will go down? That's fucking crazy. I don't.
Probably not.
Let me see. Does my command?
People who have enough gold to boost are probably who are buying gold to boost are probably just gonna keep doing it.
Now, the point is, ladies and gentlemen, is that PvP could absolutely be back, and Bajira actually had a developer interview. And also, really quick before we get into this, don't forget the Midnight Epic Edition giveaway. Ladies and gentlemen, we are linking it in the chat right now. Go on over to this link. Follow some of the other socials that we are posting content on now. Really, really cool stuff. I promise you won't be disappointed. You also will have a chance to earn a free Epic Edition for Midnight. We might even do 2 or 3 of these by the time the shit launches, but we'll see how things go. Moving into it, though. New BG seems interesting. Absolutely. So, when it comes to PvP in Midnight, the hub of it out in the world is going to be based in this Void Storm zone. One other thing that I really like is that they're adding this little training grounds feature to sort of get warmed up and test new talents and builds and things like that. When it comes to getting your character prepared for PvP, because there are times, of course, you want to try out new builds, and then you go in a real PvP setting, and it sucks ass. It happens. So doing this against AI is a really cool thing. Also, they announced that Comstop is Blizzard's most successful brawl in terms of participation.
Yeah.
Which one was that again, Comstop?
The AI.
The AI, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you know, fuck it. Who doesn't want to just go in there and stomp? Not having kick timers in PvP basically kills it for me completely. What do you mean kick timers? Like tracking?
The add-ons?
No, you're crazy. That's a W. That's a major W. Not having add-ons to tell you how to play the game in a PvP scenario is a W for PvP. I know it's going to seem very abrupt at first, having no combat add-ons, nothing to tell you whether this guy used, you know, his offensive cooldowns, his big defensives, his trinkets, anything like that. Get that shit out of the game. Delete it, because now it's going to go down to real skill in real PvP rather than add-ons telling you how to play the game.
The way the classes are right now, I could see why playing without those things would suck.
Okay.
I do, however, think, based off me being in the alpha and testing out quite a few specs now, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Not everyone has 5 different offensive cooldowns.
Yeah.
Or really realistically like 2 or 3, and then like not everyone has 3, 4 defensives, right? So it's like, it's going to be simpler. Also, the damage profile seems to be more consistent rather than just, okay, I pop my cooldowns, I'm doing 90% of my damage right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's going to feel a lot different.
Here's the thing. I think when individuals in PvP don't have an answer to everything, it makes classes more niche, and you have to worry about them in different ways. Like, for example, you know, back in the day, a mage was a problem because he would have the most amount of control in the game. You know, you combine that with a rogue who has similar control, and then, you know, like, it creates actual comps. Nowadays, a comp can be literally whoever the strongest is in PvP that time, and that's it. You know how many times I'll see that in the AWC where it's literally just like, yeah, like the most ridiculous comps that don't feel like they should work, but they do right now because they're just both broken. I don't know.
So the thing is with why they give so many more classes and specs MS now is because healing has had to become so powerful.
Yeah.
Right? Because burst is so high, they have to be able to try to heal people through bursts. I feel like they could start toning that back now. Not everyone needs MS now.
Yeah, I agree. Only maybe a few specs in the game should have it. Absolutely, Arms Warrior should be one of them. It invented Mortal Strike. It's MS for the reason. You know what I mean? So, you know, I hope things like that in the future become similar to how it is back in the day in the classic era, because what I loved about classic era PvP was the uniqueness of every spec in the game. They had something you had to worry about. Like Shadow Priest back then, they had a 5 to 6 second blanket silence. Whether you landed it or not, it's a blanket silence that it's gonna hit no matter what. And that's an incredibly powerful cooldown to have, like to whip out in the back pocket. You combine that with an on-use kick from your partner, that's a 10-second silence on top of a fear, a cheap shot into whatever. So interesting nevertheless. But anyways, going back into this article, this new battleground, Slayer's Rise, it is going to be similar to Altered Valley like they spoke about, but Slayer's Rise is not only an instance battleground lance, but it's also going to be part of the Void Storm itself. Very, very interesting stuff. Instead of it having, you know, just a bit of PvP action in every single zone, they're trying to funnel everyone into this Void Storm area as like the hub of PvP. So they're probably going to have a couple PvP quests going on there, maybe some rewards and incentives, a lot of those little flying things that drop down treasure chests, whatever.
They should do the weekly event in Voidstorm should be a PvP event.
I think I all I know is just more the merrier, in my opinion. Just more. Add more. More. There's nothing wrong with more and getting people to just try stuff. Praise system, during this interview, they also touched on this. It's similar rewards from Delves, including vault slots, journey track as well, similar to Delves. The journey will include both features to make prey easier and cosmetics. earning cosmetics like pets and mounts. Prey will be able to jump you while you're doing any open world content. The game might offer hints that you're in the correct area, maybe dropping you hints like you're getting closer. All right, man. Nightmare Preys are on par with high tier delves in terms of difficulty, but scaling is open to feedback in the alpha and beta. I gotta try this system out for sure on the alpha. They need to give female dwarves hairier legs. That's a crazy comment to whip out. Anyways, continuing into some of
this week coming up, we will be able to get to level 90 on the alpha, and Prey will be available.
I'm not sure.
I forgot what the roadmap said.
I mean, we'll just check it out. World of Warcraft Midnight roadmap. Check it out. Open image in new tab. Okay, that did not work. Okay, sure. So right here it says phase 4 is the 90.
Okay, so not next week, the week after.
Actually, we get Prey in the last phase.
Got it.
Jesus Christ.
3 weeks off.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm surprised we got Apex talents available to us during these phases.
I think in the actual game you're not gonna be able to even click them until you're 81 and start putting points in them.
Gotcha.
But they wanted you to be able to test it.
Gotcha. Okay. Either way, interesting. A couple other items coming. Got Datamined Midnight. Look at this Dark Naru Warglaive. That is crazy fire. A little Void Scythe or Devourer right there. Insane.
Yeah, if they could wear it.
You stop talking. I wasn't talking to you. Weird, right? This guy. A little two-handed, little pole arm action, staff. A lot of really, really cool stuff. These swords are absolutely insanity. Really cool. Really nice swords here. Anyways, moving into it as well, looking like content coming in the next couple of months being released to us. And by couple of months, I think I mean about a month and a half. Early December, right? Yeah, so about a month and a half. The 0.7 patch. Holy shit, Wowhead and their ads are crazy. Verissa and Erator questline coming in the 0.7 patch. I'm gonna be honest. I'm locked in, ready to go to see more of Erator.
Well, that book's coming out next month.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I want this dude to be the masculine, awesome, badass male figure that we've all been itching for a long time, and I think he can actually fill that shoe.
I'll just take some more of Verissa.
Okay. Yeah, I have to read the book. This is the Day of the Dragon, but I have to finish Beyond the Dark Portal first. But I gotta know more about her. I don't know a lick, really.
There's not much to know.
Are you sure about that?
She's not that interesting.
He better live up to the hype. Yeah, I agree. He might turn me on. Oh, all right, settle down. 11.2.7 PTR is active as we speak. Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for myself, man. I do this every time a PTR comes out. I go through the story, I spoil it, I do the whole thing, and then it comes out on live. And I don't want to do it again because I just experienced it. I don't know.
Really?
So yeah, a couple lines. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but her man is there, which maybe the ghost of him. So we'll see. Moving into it as well. By the way, guys, don't forget about this website right here. The website to track all of your sort of achievements. It's called completionist.com for Legion Remix. Let me see if they have a link here. Jesus. Freaking Wowhead, dude. Swear to God, Wowhead's quality is just not it. Alright, I'll just look it up myself, man. Completionist.com.
Yikes.
Remix.
Shots fired at Wowhead, huh?
Wowhead is just not it. Holy.
Listen, Wowhead does very good for me.
This one right here.
Okay.
So if you guys need to track all your Legion Remix stuff, here it is. Did we get a Sylvanas storyline yet? I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Just know she will be involved in this expansion heavily.
We did get a Sylvanas story. It was called BFA through Shadowlands.
Please, God, no more. I would prefer using the in-game achievements and not rely on a third party. Oh, I would too. Shout out to, let Blizzard know to clean that shit up. Because the UI for it is terrible. It's terrible.
Isn't it?
It is terrible. It's the worst user interface I have ever seen. Please, Blizzard, can I have some more UI upgrades? Please? Update the UI? Mommy storyline better go hard. Listen, we'll see what happens. Moving into it as well. Oh, man, you guys are going to love this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest time-walking integration for World of Warcraft, Shadowlands time-walking is here for the first time ever. Can I get some W's or L's in the chat? Go. W's or L's, Shadowlands time-walking. Anybody? WL's in the chat?
It's a W, but I have to ask, are we going to get the Castle Nathri raid?
What do you mean? Like as a like the Shadowlands time walking raid?
Yeah.
I would hope so. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have to remember the time walking event doesn't include us having to go do all the chores and bullshit from Shadowlands. We just enjoy the cosmetics and shit from it. Does that make sense? Too much badges to farm. I'm tired, balls. Yeah,
I actually, I mean, the dungeons of Shadowlands are good.
I will say the zones, dungeons, and the first raid are S tier.
Big dubs.
Story beyond that, anybody's guess. Maybe a win? Yeah, I think overall it's maybe a win, guys. Remember, the story and the quest and the lore early on was good. Just anything beyond the first phase of Shadowlands was an absolute nightmare, in my opinion. But there's some W's here. A lot of great cosmetics. A lot of really, really... Like, look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's insane. Really, really cool mounts. So, very, very cool stuff. And they're going to load that shit up. It's going to look great. The aesthetic of Shadowlands is badass. Exactly. I mean, how many of you guys think Castle Nathri is one of the better raids of all time? Because I'm going to say it. Castle Nathri was one of my favorite raids ever. Right or wrong, Lance?
Yeah, it's up there. It's top 5.
It's what?
Top 5.
Top 5 raid for you?
Yeah.
Any elaboration on why, or
no?
Just leaving it at that.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
No, I mean, you know, it's there's some really good. Thing is, there's also some pretty bad bosses in there. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
But the vibes are good enough to make it be all right.
Is this something we're getting before midnight? Yes, it is going to be in the 11.2.7 patch. So
Which is coming in December 2nd.
Yeah. Shadowlands had a ton of good concepts, but bad implementation and tone deaf with delayed response to play. Well, delayed response, I think that was an underhand pitch right there. I think we can really let them have it. They took way too long to do anything.
To be fair, that was during COVID.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Lance.
COVID is a thing. What was the thing?
All right, man. Anything else?
They were all working from home.
Okay. Hard to get things done at home, right?
Yeah, it is.
No excuses. No excuses.
Okay.
I get work done at home every day.
All right. Cool, man.
This is my office. This is my playpen.
Ow. Thanks. Weirdo.
My house will have some Venthyr inspiration. By the way, I've been
100%.
thinking of that. I've been thinking of doing that, making like a castle now.
Yeah, I'm doing a gothic house for me. Gothic.
Gothic. A little Gath house. That's cool. That's cool. I love the stuff there. Anyways, coming in midnight as well. They were having some issues and communication when it comes to hello. Come on, internet. Don't start with me.
Oh, we're screwed.
Uh-oh.
Purdue.
Yeah, we're looking good over
What's
here.
going on,
Dude, what's going
man?
on, baby? How we doing? We'll be making a dwarf brewery for sure. Oh, that's fire.
Sick.
So we were having some drama where when you completed a set from, what was it? Was it the Catalyst thing or the Delves thing? What was it, Lance? For earning the Transmog track?
Well, for any time, like let's say you got a hero tier set piece and you upgraded it up. Once you got to the point where you started needing the Gilded Crest, it would upgrade the appearance to the Mythic appearance.
Love that.
Same thing for normal.
So they were thinking about taking that away.
Yeah, big mistake.
And looks like they reverted it. Blizzard came out with a little bit of a post saying, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. No. It ain't gonna happen. No. Okay, it is going to be officially staying, and a lot of people are really, really happy about that. So I just want to see some of the comments here. W, thanks Blizzard. W, yay, more transmogs. W, love to see Blizzard doing this. So a lot of people are happy about it. Let it stay in the game. There's no way that you shouldn't have that be a thing.
You know what else is cool about that now is they're also keeping the fact that, let's say, if you collect a whole set, like if you collect the whole mythic set, which you can now get from just hero track gear, you unlock every other set complete.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So you'll get the normal, the LFR, and the, well, obviously you would have already had the hero set in full, but yeah.
You get everything under.
Yeah.
It's a major, major W. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you guys this question, and I want you to answer honestly. When is the last time you've done a pet battle? Any answers?
EFA.
Because holy shit, I haven't done a pet battle in like years. So the point of what I'm trying to say is that I think we all know that pet battling, you do them all the time. Wait a second. War Within? Wait a second. Am I cooked in the chat? Am I sleeping on pet battles?
Yo, you're screwed.
Wait a second. Chat. Am I the only idiot who doesn't do pet battles?
It appears so.
The point is that they're looking to change pet battles. They know that it has lost a lot. Wow, it's pet battles. They know it's lost a lot of steam, and they want to keep this as an avenue for players to enjoy. They want to overhaul it in a way. Now, what that means, not really sure. But in my personal opinion, they should do this thing where, like, you know how, like, League of Legends has that TFT mode where you let your pets on the field and they just sort of do shit?
Yeah.
They should do something like that with WoW pet battles. Like, where, you know, it's AI-controlled little beasts. They have their abilities. You put them on the field, and they go crazy.
I like someone who said in the chat, they should put it on mobile.
Who said that?
I saw it somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Either way, I like the auto chess battler idea. Evo was 100% right. I feel like that can actually pick up some steam with pet battles. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? They should make it more like Digimon. How about you Digimon D's nut? Wait a sec. Whoa! Wait a second. I almost got your ass.
No, if they let
I almost got you. I almost got you. You know I did, Nicholas.
If they let me pet battle on my phone, I would probably do it more.
Yeah, I feel like... here's the thing. I'm not going to go out of my way to go pet battle in the PC version of the game because I have other shit I need to do. I never get to play anyway. But if I can go in, get a little auto battler going on my cell phone, pet battles can kind of be a banger on mobile, if you think about it. I have a ton of pets that I would love to actually do stuff with because there's some cool pets out there.
You probably have hundreds of thousands of gold sitting there in pets that you could cage and sell.
I probably do. I have a couple rare pets. I've seen some where I'll mouse over them and they're worth like 800 grand. But I don't know. Do you not have phones? That's crazy. Imagine mobile gaming with small reward or achievements in game. Listen, I still play Warcraft Rumble to this day. I was just playing it today when I had a minute. I just got Thrall in Warcraft Rumble. Mobile game appeal is there. Just, you have to do it the right way, in my opinion, for World of Warcraft. What I think. The last Super Squirt Day, I spent the entire day leveling pets. Do I want to ask what Super Squirt Day is?
It's a actual like holiday event in the game.
Okay.
So,
Super Squirt Day. I already played Pokemon Go too much. Yeah, for real. I guess we're all packed. I had to pet battle for the secret Fell Cycle quest. That's crazy. But anyways, they're experimenting with some alternate methods to obtain pets in Midnight, and we expect to iterate on it based on your feedback. Let us know, yada, yada, yada. I don't know where this shit is taking me. Oh, bloody hell. What just happened? Go back.
Sky, you gotta get us out of here.
So for players who love collecting pets, there should be a significant number of pets to collect in Midnight. For players who love to do pet battles, that will be available as time has passed. We've seen fewer and fewer players enjoy pet battle combat, so this is an area we want to iterate on. There will maybe be some new pets in Midnight that are capable of battling. All parts of the pet battle system that were implemented in previous expansions should continue to operate as they have before. So they're looking to iterate, add on it. It's looking the same. They have ideas and plans for the future to expand because they've seen that it has, and I quote, what did they say? We've seen fewer and fewer players enjoying the pet battle combat. So this is an area they want to iterate on. Let's see. I hope they just completely overhaul that shit. Gonna have to sneak around throwing cages at animals. I'll throw a cage on you.
Oh!
Oh, shit. Did I just get you? Fantastic fatness. I got your ass. I got you. I didn't get Nicholas, but I got you. Okay, continuing. Moving on. We went through the likes. By the way, I had a quick little note here that I just found. Shout out to Lance for finding this. So we love Turtle WoW, right? Because we love it because it's all about classic. It brings us back to Classic Plus. Yo, they have a full-blown store in Turtle WoW?
Oh, that's... You know, that's one of the big problems.
What the fuck am I looking at? If it's all about the love of the game and the passion, what's that? That's weird. That's funny. The portable pocket dimension. 36 slot bags. Repair bots. Some in a bank. Some in a mailbox. Some in a bank.
You know what I find funny that not many people are talking about? Recently, EverQuest has been having a problem with a private server because it's been getting pretty big. And they did a lawsuit against them and got them shut down because that server was making money. And they were accepting donations for like Transmog and things like that. And just different, you know, same shit.
Sure, it's the same concept, yeah.
And they had the lawsuit and they had to shut down. I don't know where that server was hosted, but EverQuest, the team behind them, they won the lawsuit. So it makes me wonder, what's the update with the Turtle
I don't know, because it's been like over a month since they had made that announcement about how they're going after them. And honestly, it's kind of a joke when these private server players will bash somebody, but then in the meantime praise the person who's stealing the entire IP and turning it on his head and making a profit.
You could pay to be able to get repair bots?
And look, fashion coins. What do you think that is?
It's Transmog.
Transmog, literally, these are all just retail features. If you love Classic so much, why are you letting people pay for convenience? That's pretty weird. The Classic influencers are fucking cringe. They S the D of the private servers that are obviously using Blizz's IP to make money. Hey man, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it, but I'll like your comment.
Well, we got it's so funny. They were all shitting on Blizzard for making that auction house mount with the mailbox on it. But they have literally banks, mailboxes, all in Classic.
Transmog coins.
Yeah,
that's kind of funky. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the whole
Wait, Erator, are you in the Paladin class hall right now, Trojan? You gotta be playing a warrior. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Get out of there. Thanks, bro. This is what I was looking for. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. To do that shit is, in my opinion, pretty goofy, if you would ask me.
Trojan, what the hell are you doing there? Everyone knows Trojan plays an arms warrior or a prot warrior, and occasionally a hunter. Get out of there, man. Out of there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for us to go on to the next segment. I don't know if I have my animation ready. We might just instantly pour it over, so be ready, chat.
Please.
Whoa, that wrong animate. Whoa. That's kind of crazy. Let's move on to the form freakout, ladies and gentlemen. But really quick, let's roll the intro. It's always fun to roll the intro, right? Let's get ready for the form freakout. All right, it's time for the form freakout, where we pull the wildest, saltiest, and most unhinged takes from the WoW community. From rage posts to Reddit meltdowns, nothing here is safe from the freakout. Let's get into it. Okay, really quick, did you guys hear that animation? Really quick. Just quick question. I just want to confirm, because on my end, I have different audio sort of signals and stuff like that. Did we hear that intro? Yes or no? In the chat right here, right now. Yes? Okay, awesome. W, thank you. Appreciate it, baby. A freak off. Whoa, the form freak off. That's crazy. You're packed up, buddy. Someone get rid of that guy. Okay. Let me fix my camera view here a little bit. Okay, looking crisp. Blizz answered, yeah, the Mage Tower sections are still a no. I mean, we don't need to go through that one. That's kind of fine. Make Aug a tank. Ooh, that's kind of a good one. What about this one? Replay the music. Man, it seems that like going to different pages is taking long tonight. Okay. Make augmentation a tank. The support spec was great, and I miss it. I do. However, agree that it threw the game for a loop because it was required for a lot of groups. Now it's pretty worthless. Tanks need another class to play, and this would give evokers 3 solid picks. Currently, they're basically like Demon Hunter and have 2 specs. Okay, I think we can all agree in World of Warcraft, there is a tank shortage. Nobody loves playing tank, and I'm going to be completely honest, I think they should add more tank specs into World of Warcraft. Yes or no, Lance?
Yeah, I don't... Although I don't know if making more tank specs is going to fix the problem.
Okay.
What was the last tank they made? Demon Hunter?
Demon Hunter, yeah.
Did that add a ton more?
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you say
I
it like
see
that.
a lot of Demon Hunters, bro. And that shit was 10 years ago.
When you say it like that, it
I
makes
think
me
we should take augmentation, make it a tank, give enhancement, or a shaman a 4th spec as a tank.
Rogue should get a tank.
I'm going to throw you out. Please stop talking immediately.
Whoa.
Get up. Exit the studio. Before you
yes, chef.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Anyways, listen, all jokes aside, I think there does need to be more flavor in terms of tanks. Everybody knows shaman tanks should have been a thing a long time ago. Augmentation could potentially fill another gap. I thought they were going to get a sort of complete overhaul in Midnight. I was a little disappointed to see what they're doing for them. They're just dumbing it down in a way and hoping that it isn't OP again. Warlock tanks for the win. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. I think Lance needs to go tank. That's crazy. The class that I think would be a good tank is Warlock. I think those players generally have a better idea of how to tank than Rogue or Evoker. Interesting. I don't know about Rogue, but I think absolutely, like Shaman, everybody knows unanimously, we can all agree that Shaman should have a tank spec, just like they did in Season of Discovery.
Yeah, I would say Shaman's probably the easiest class to give a tank spec to.
Yeah.
Like, you just do 100% Earth-based tank.
Mm-hmm. See you later.
Give it to him. And then I would probably say, yeah, Warlock would be a good choice.
Yeah.
As well.
I think they did a great job in Season of Discovery on how it became a tank. You know, your instant searing painting and stuff, your drain life. I thought it was cool.
We're not going to give him back Metamorphosis now.
Why wouldn't we?
Because we're not doing that.
Why?
That's a Demon Hunter thing now, right?
I guess, but you don't need to call it Metamorphosis.
No, we're not going to give it to them. They don't get to turn into demons. Okay, we have that guy already. Which is why instead of Warlocks, we go back to Rogue.
Oh, no.
Okay? You make the Rogue the tank. They dodge, they evade. They spit on you, throw some sand in your face.
Oh, shit.
Maybe they do like the smugglers in Star Wars: The Old Republic, kick you in the nuts.
I don't think it matters because tanks have too much responsibility. Most people don't want the job. They want to play a game and learn on the fly. Tanks have to know optimal pathing, all boss mechanics, track CDs, etc. That's tough.
The thing is, yes, but also the gameplay of tanks. Like, the second-to-second decision-making is
very trivial.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, there's not that many things you gotta do.
It's just use defensive when you need to use defensive.
Yeah.
Like, your damage is minimal. Like, sure, it's nice to have a tank who knows how to deal damage, but it's minimal. I'm an old EverQuest raider. It is going to trial, by the way, and a friend, XEQ Dev, said Daybreak will lose during Discovery. EverQuest's population is down 34%. The lead dev is ruining
I don't know about that,
game.
but I do know that the Hero's Journey shut down officially.
Wow.
I know that for a fact. Well, I don't know all the specifics, but I know that server got shut down.
Interesting. They nerfed the support elements. Yeah. Listen, I think augmentation as a whole, I think it's better coming into Midnight, but I still don't think it's there as a spec. It doesn't fit.
Well, I would say, and I said it before, if you're not going to add more support specs, having one is not good.
Yes, I agree.
So I would say if you're not going to add more, just either make AUG a complete DPS or make it a tank. But the position they're having them in, it makes it a balancing nightmare that they don't need to deal with.
Yeah, just get rid of the headache.
Because if they're good at support, then they're required. And to have one spec be required, it's like, oh yeah, you play Devastation? No, the fuck you don't. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You play Augmentation.
Yeah.
If they had other, for instance, if they brought in a Bard or they brought in other support specs, sure. But having only one it's just too hard.
Yeah.
Too hard
Do you guys think they should bring other support specs into World of Warcraft, like Bard, maybe Tinker, or even an additional Shaman spec or something? What do you guys think?
You could make a Shaman and Paladins. You could give them both support specs pretty easily, I would say.
I don't mind the idea of having a support as a role. I don't mind, but it gets really tough when Mythic Plus comes around based off 5-man content.
You'd have to probably up it to 6-man.
Ooh. Wow,
And
that's a nuclear change.
Have someone for support, like a
That
support.
is a nuclear change.
Or bring it down to 4-man, 1 support, 1 DPS.
Or get rid of support as a class.
Or that.
And just go to the simple option. Turn AUG into a tank. That's it. Anyways, continuing. Midnight is bringing simplified specializations. Professions, sorry, Jesus. Who asked for this? Hey everyone, I wanted to take a quick moment to talk about something that's been bothering me. The upcoming profession changes at Midnight. Personally, I really enjoyed what Blizzard did with professions in Dragonflight. The addition of profession gear, specialization trees, and crafting orders with different rank gave professions so much more depth and purpose. All right, listen, we all gotta be honest here. Professions are just completely overdone in World of Warcraft. They are, right now, it is more of a math game and just tracking a bunch of bullshit rather than just getting into it and crafting some gear. Like, it is a headache to figure out professions.
I think the idea and the update in ways is a much improved from the old way of doing professions, but it's just too convoluted.
Yeah, it's overdone. Hey, Sandcaster, Laurent from get him out. That's crazy.
I think these are people that knew each other in EverQuest or raided in the same guild in EverQuest.
Yo, if you guys actually did.
We might have just had 2 people.
Saya and I raided Incestus Day, Sandcaster. We did? That's fucking crazy. That is so cool.
2 people that knew each other just randomly met in the stream.
That is so cool. Wow.
Anyone else from this guild, Cestus Day? Anyone else?
That is so crazy. That is so crazy. En masse, no one does professions now. The old way was just better. Yeah, I think it was better just because it was just way more approachable. Like, sometimes you gotta know simpler is better. Like, sometimes it just is. Like, simpler and less complicated and easier to look at and bring upon your eyes is just better. Sometimes I don't want to think, like, a million miles a minute. Sometimes I just want to casually pick something up, understand it quickly, and get into it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's better.
There's definitely some things that were better about the old system, and then there's some things that are better about the new one.
Yeah. There's been almost no communication from Blizzard about this change. No blue posts explaining the reasoning. No dev interviews dividing in the feedback. No real acknowledgement. This is a big deal for a lot of players. It honestly feels like they're just quietly sweeping under the rug. I hope people wouldn't notice or care. Why is something that made professions finally feel engaged and worthwhile now being stripped away with any conversation with the community? It gives the impression, listen, I don't know where he's coming from because everyone that I ask about professions, they say they hate it. Everybody. Sometimes I just want to play a game without a spreadsheet. True, Sakara. True. I like to max my professions. It feels like an old accomplishment.
Sometimes I want to
like an
play a
accomplishment,
spreadsheet, not a game. So
sometimes I just want to work at the cubicle.
sometimes I want to get back to my office.
Sometimes I would like to get laid one time in my entire life.
Me too. Me too. Good job. Good dog.
Please help me. Ooh. Anyways, moving into it. Do you think removing rank is the right move, or are we losing something valuable? Should Blizzard be more transparent about major systems like this? Would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe if enough of us speak up, we can show Blizzard that community does care about these features and we deserve to be part of the conversation. Listen, like I said, I think dumb it down as much as possible, in my opinion. I'm going to be completely real. Gut that shit because professions are way too complicated. I'm over it.
Yeah,
and
but
I
the
think
work order feature is cool.
No, it's genius. The work order feature is genius. It is a peak World of Warcraft revolution when it comes to professions and getting people involved. I can craft shit for people offline or on different realms. Gangster. Love it. I don't need to be in the same capital or come up to you. I mean, it's just modernized professions. It's genius. I love the work order system. Gathering professions should be baked into the crafting professions. Have alchemy, get herbalism. If you have alchemy and inscription, get a better version of herbalism. Better yields. Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm okay with, the
way it is now.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Needing,
Herb and alchemy.
Yeah, to have to choose, make choice. Can't just the role-playing element of the game, right? You gotta keep some of that shit in.
Okay. I don't hate it. While I'm not a top-tier crafter, it's there for those who want to focus on it. It's a game for all, so we have to balance complexity simply. Yeah, okay. I could agree. Let's check out some of the general discussions, see if there's any other crazy form freakouts. Oh, God. Here we go. Why is Rogue the least popular class? I'll tell you why. The class fantasy is shit.
Whoa! No, it's not.
I'm gonna pick your pocket.
Yeah, that's sick.
I'm gonna steal your...
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna stab you in the back. We're fighting a fucking void demon sent from probably hell on earth. Do you understand how goofy it is? Stepping up to this dude with a dagger, saying, I'm gonna pick your pocket. Give me your gold.
I don't think that's what they do.
That's not what a rogue does?
A subtlety rogue is like shadow magic wielder.
Shadow magic wielder.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's funny. Shadow magic. Shadow priest. Now I know where you're going with this, you son of a bitch. Rogue was the only popular when there was the meta and the open world ganker. True. When I think Rogue, I just think single target. I know they probably have amazing AoE, but it just strikes me as a single target spec, so I don't want to play it. Yeah, Assassination's AoE is bar none amongst some of the highest consistent in the entire game. The problem is, outside of that, they are hot dog water.
Wait, the Assassination spec doesn't do good single target?
No. No.
In what world does that make sense? Who are they assassinating?
Yeah. Multiple targets at once, apparently. I don't know.
What?
This is why I never liked Deathmark.
You're the king of the force?
Mary, what's going on, dude? How we doing? Been a minute. Profession changes are awesome. It would make a way more fair system for gold making. I agree. Rogue should be getting this survival bomb stuff as a spec. By the way, I still agree. I think there should be a rogue spec. Like, Outlaw should have more bombs involved. Maybe
and
like
pistols.
Like, yeah, more pistol shit. More pirate theme, because right now it's not really leaning into the pirate theme. It's leading into roll the fucking dice theme. That's not a pirate. I have never seen in a movie a pirate go, hold on a second, matey, and whip out dice and start rolling dice and flipping coins.
Roll. Flip. Roll.
Yeah,
flip,
I just haven't seen it. So, like, I don't know the route they're going, and I don't love it.
Wait, did you ever meet a real-life pirate back in the day?
Have I ever met a real-life pirate?
Oh.
No, I haven't.
So, you don't know shit then.
All right, man. Here we go. This guy, bro. That's crazy. WoW on console, do's and don'ts. Oh, boy. I clicked that one.
No, yeah, actually.
Oh, buddy.
You ever knew a pirate named Ace?
They play a dice game in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Got your ass.
All right, man. Did a dev have a gambling problem? Get the fuck out with that crap. I love it, dude. Get him out of here, Trill. I would like to see an arcane trickster fan. Or how about this? What is it? The melee mage? What is it called?
Spellbreaker?
Spellbreaker. Yeah. I would love that as a spec. Just a melee mage that wields like a...
Probably make that a whole class, though.
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
You can give him a tank.
Sure.
And a DPS.
And a support spec.
Or a support, yeah.
I love it. They won't do it, though.
This would have been the expansion to do it.
What do you guys think about the potential of World of Warcraft coming to console, to Xbox? Lance, what are your thoughts on that? World of Warcraft console, go.
It would certainly help me with being able to play the game more.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I could play it in bed with the baby.
Nice. Okay, play it in bed. Interesting. I don't think there's... Is there a major negative for World of Warcraft coming to console?
You could say the necessary simplification of things that would happen would maybe make it bad.
WoW will be a Game Pass feature. By the way, I'm sure it would. 100% I think it would. I think WoW would bang on Game Pass too. I mean, it's just a monthly fee anyway. I was thinking the new Xbox Ultimate would include Blizzard products. It might. I don't think anytime very soon, though. I think this is something that is easily over a year, if not more, down the line. We need it more player base. Let's go. Yeah, I don't have a problem. More players, the merrier, in my opinion. I already play it on my Steam Deck, all. Just not Dungeons and Raids, but can level and gather all day on the Steam Deck. That shit's gangster. I love playing World of Warcraft. The idea of it on a Steam Deck, I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty sick.
Let's just hope that backend can handle it. More people, the better. No, it definitely can't handle it. World of Warcraft servers are spaghetti code. Literal mush code on the servers. They can't handle a 0.5 Hollowfall patch, let alone, 50 people in one area casting spells. It's impossible for World of Warcraft to handle that, which is kind of sad.
If they were gonna bring it to console, I don't think anyone currently working on anything for the game would be put on that. It would be a completely new team they probably hired.
I would assume so, yeah.
Just like they did for housing. Because they know if they do bring it to console, it would probably bring in a lot of money so they could afford to hire on a whole team.
I could agree. I think they would end up just hiring a brand new team, get that shit handled, make it feel good, bada bing, bada boom, good to go. I feel like that would definitely be an option. Put on some different music here.
See, Sky, you get it, man.
I just agree with everything you say.
No, you just get it. That's why you agree with me.
Right.
Because you understand.
WoW on Steam Deck is so fun. Damn. Is it worth buying a Steam Deck for World of Warcraft, guys? Be honest, though. Be honest. Because I don't have time to play any other game other than fucking Warcraft Rumble for 2 minutes.
Not worth it for you.
So, I think them getting rid of all the modifiers to our abilities will help the server load
Probably.
immensely. Right? Anyways, let's continue here. Player housing only, using professions in neighborhood and such, single button thing. Oh boy, this guy's going crazy. Be for real, people are clearing high-end content on controllers and handheld Steam Deck right now. I don't think so. That's not true. People are not clearing high-end content on controllers and Steam Deck.
You're wrong.
There's
people who do on YouTube.
I've seen videos of people doing Mythic Plus. We're talking high-end. I don't know what you consider high-end content. Wow, thank you so much, Stepson. Holy jive, dude, with a party of 81. Thank you so much. You know what's so funny is I just typed /raid to raid somebody. Thank you so much.
Are we finishing stream?
No, not right now. We have a decent amount of time. Thank you guys for the raid. Appreciate it. Shout out to all of you guys. By the way, if you guys are interested, we do have a giveaway going on for Midnight Epic Edition. So here, let me give you guys the link.
Really? A Midnight Epic Edition.
An Epic Edition of Midnight. So if you guys are interested, I'll give you guys the link. You can check it out. Where is it? Hold on 1 second, guys. Right now, we're just going through the forums on some of the forum freakout stuff. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the raid, Stepson, man. You're the absolute man. I will, I'm going to give you a freaking follow. I guess you're the absolute woman, I guess I should say. Shout out to you. If you're ever on, I'll throw you a raid, man. Appreciate it.
maybe do some research, right?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm
Before
losing
saying
it.
whether
Anyways, guys,
someone's
if you're here, you want a opportunity
always
at
do
a
this
free
shit.
Epic Edition giveaway for Midnight, go click the link.
I think Form
Get 'em.
Freakout is done. We go to the next one.
I don't even think I have the next one.
Okay. You always do this shit though, right?
Me?
You know,
What do you mean?
I had it. Ready to go.
I didn't know.
You don't have a memory lane ready to go?
Do you?
Yeah.
Sure, we
You
can do it.
always do this.
I don't always do this. This is the first time I've ever done it, actually.
You just got raided. We're looking like a bunch of clowns, and this is how you betray me.
No, bro. You want to
Wait.
whip this out?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I thought that said something else for a second.
Yeah, I thought it did too. You're insane.
Yo,
Oh man. Yo, what do you guys honestly think about World of Warcraft being more simplified? Because obviously I think we all know heading into this new expansion, a lot of this is getting, I would say, halved or even more quartered in terms of simplification, especially for, you know, some support specs like Resto Shaman in particular. But then there are other classes out there like Fire Mage that are crazy in terms of simplification. Like, it's overdone. What do you guys think?
yeah, but
Performance anxiety.
also you
that's
have to
fucking
realize they had to do a scorched earth like mentality when it comes to like stripping things down,
Mhm.
because you couldn't have started alpha with them having half of it and then taken more away. So if you could bring them back to a bare bones and then play with here and there, okay, you know what, this is a little bit too small, let's add a little bit here, let's add some of this.
Yeah, so you're pretty much saying, like, they needed to scorch earth everything to build up from the ground up.
Yeah,
Because it's almost too hard to create and fix what it is now because it's overcomplicated.
well, it's not even just that. It's let's say alpha started and they gave us our classes now, and then halfway through they said, hey, I know you guys have been enjoying alpha, yeah, take these classes.
Yeah.
People would be even more upset. Now it's like, for instance, Fire Mage. That's not what Fire Mage is going to be at launch. They're going to add in whatever they're going to add in to help,
I agree.
you know, bridge the gap.
I agree. We need WoW to be relevant again. 100% it getting simplified. I do play... Okay. Took balls to go scorched earth even with it. I respect it. No, listen, I agree. I mean, we all know for a fact they could have just given us the same old formula of an expansion, right? They could have given us the same old thing for War Within
100%.
that they gave us for Dragonflight, everything. But now, nuking everything, starting, and taking a risk is a W. I think it absolutely is. Stephenson said, I am torn. I love the complexity because I finally dug my hands in it. By the way, I 100% agree. I just got to learning every spec that I enjoyed. Finally, as the War Within is wrapping up, and now they're overhauling everything, so now I have to learn from again. But yes, I agree. But I also want to be patient and see how it ends up feeling and where the new difficulty will come from. Interesting. If they keep complexity on fight, I don't mind if the difficulty is shifting from classes to actual encounter. Here's my problem. I was even playing Legion Remix today, and I was doing a heroic boss. Okay. And I found myself looking at my buttons to do my rotation properly rather than watching the encounter to see what's going on.
Hold on, because is that fair? Because in Remix, you also have so much haste. That's not even how the class actually plays.
Sure, but on live, there's still a lot of classes who are very, very fast-paced and who have way more substantial, like, complicated rotations. Like, Arcane Mage, substantially more complicated.
Yeah.
Unholy, all the weak auras you need to track stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean,
very, very complicated.
Those classes are crazy, right? Which, speaking of Unholy, feels pretty cool on Alpha.
Yes.
Really enjoyed it.
Very, very big W.
I actually tested it out last night.
You did?
I did. I played it.
Oh, no shit.
Did like 30 minutes. I mean, not a lot.
Yeah, but
did about 30 minutes of hitting the dummy.
That's pretty cool.
And
it was
I've
fun,
never
right?
really enjoyed.
No, that's
no
impossible.
Shot, right? Hold on.
No, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Are we live, guys?
No, yeah, it says we're live.
Okay, great.
Are we live? Can anyone confirm that we're live? I don't know why. It just said we went offline.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, we are live. Weird. Except for Unholy changes? No, me too. I think it's so much more thematic and the gameplay is less complicated and, like, genuinely more fun than ever before. I honestly, genuinely mean that.
Yeah.
Minor lag, yeah, weird. I don't know what that was.
What other class did I try that I didn't think I would like?
Yo, what do you guys think is gonna be your main? Like a really early prediction so far. Let me go to the duo screen. Really early prediction. What do you think your main could be heading into this new expansion? Genuinely, early predictions though. Obviously, it's freaking 3 months away.
Yeah,
and we don't know
definitely early
what the changes are gonna be.
But Sky, you know what maybe my favorite spec of all time was Legion Shadow.
Ooh,
I loved it.
And then you go into
Void Form and Surrender to Madness. I loved that. Devour is
always Monk. Like wow, that's gangster. Ret Paladin, Resto Druid, Haronier. By the way, Haronier look phenomenal. I am 1,000,000% leveling up a Haronier Druid for sure. BM Hunter, nice. Druid or Monk, Warrior, Monk or Demon Hunter. Ooh, interesting. Staying, Devastation Evoker, as always. Wow. I always wait till the moment the newest expansion comes out to decide. By the way, I do literally the same exact thing. I shit you not. I wait till probably 2 or 3 days beforehand. I've done it every single expansion ever.
War Within, you made the decision the day of.
Yeah. I'm bad with that. Hunter's always my answer. That's crazy. Either Demon Hunter or Unholy Death Knight, Void Demon Hunter. Oh, that's Lances right there, dude. Unholy DK, nice. Yeah, listen, there are so many banger changes to these classes, dude. It is freaking gnarly. It's been so much fun going on the alpha and testing shit out. I always think this time will be different, but every Xbox since TBC has been Prot Pally. That's
you know what?
Crazy.
We'll say Prot Pallies love playing Prot Pally, though.
Yeah.
Everyone I know who plays Prot Pally just ends up playing that all the time.
I think Paladin in general, like if they've ever been a Paladin main, they usually stick with Paladin one way or another. You know what I mean? I've noticed that about Paladin players.
Paladins
they're very loyal
to
their class. Like, for
real
sure.
Pallies are loyal. Same with DKs.
I'm going to depend on the changes to go to the class. Yeah, that is true. Unholy DK full minion necro looks fun as hell.
Yeah.
By the way, it is a blast. You summon ghouls up the ass, and then when they die and you go implode them, they turn into skeletal mages that rise up, and they're shooting frost and shadow bolts. It is so gangster. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool class fantasy. Maybe something with a beefy two-handed weapon. I want to use the Fell Charlemagne. Yo, by the way, Arms Warrior is cooking right now. CrossFit Nerd has joined the Comeback Kids. Shout out
Welcome
to you. I like that logo. That's cool.
CrossFit Nerd.
Shout out to you.
I'm a nerd, but I would like to get into CrossFit.
Yo, can I get some ones in the chat for CrossFit Nerd? Shout out for you for the membership. Appreciate the low, baby. Have to dual main? Oh, no. Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, Arms Warrior is super fun. And I never talk good about Warrior. I never talk good about that.
I haven't tested it yet at all.
Yeah, no. I would avoid it because it instantly feels like old Warrior. Like classic TBC Wrath, slower paced, heavier attacks. Critical strikes deal massive damage.
I know people didn't like it, but for whatever reason, I really liked Warlords of Draenor or Arms Warrior.
Really?
And I don't know
which one was that?
I
don't even remember what that was.
I remember a lot of Colossal Smash.
Weird.
And Slam. I think Slam still had a cast. It was so long ago. I just remember really liking it.
Weird. That's a really weird thing to randomly whip out. Arms Warrior and WAD? I don't remember anything.
I also,
Early Evil, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the love.
Gladiator Stance was cool.
Gladiator Stance was cool. How many of you guys miss Gladiator Stance? Anyone in the chat? Yo, I remember that. I remember doing the little arena, free-for-all arena mode in Warlords of Draenor from your garrison.
Yeah.
I remember there always being a ton of gladiators, like in there, Gladiator Stance Warriors, big time. I remember that a lot. I have an 80 warrior that I haven't touched since the first time ways. Wow, that's pretty sad. Never been able to level a warrior. I get to about 2025 and just delete it. Yeah, that was me with Priest for the longest time. And Hunter, I would just get rid of
Yeah, but
them.
you just didn't like playing those because of the classes I played.
Yeah, I know.
Same thing why I won't level a shaman or a mage.
Arms Warrior losing Avatar. Yes, that is true, but Crag, even though I hate it too, because I think Avatar... I love Goat. What's going on, baby? I think Avatar is one of the most iconic cooldowns you could press ever, and it is sad that that's happening. But your other abilities feel substantially more impactful. Like Empowered Mortal Strikes, your Slam ability setting up big overpowered crits, as well as overpowered setting up Mortal Strikes, and then Mortal Strikes setting up Executes, and then your Blade Storm hitting hard again. Like, I'm telling you, like, it sucks on paper, but the consistency outside of Avatar now is mwah, it's juice. It feels really good. I still have my vanilla Dwarf Priest I rolled for Onyxia. Wow.
That's insane, by the way.
That's crazy. Yo, what was the first raid you guys ever did in World of Warcraft? Do you guys remember? Lance, do you remember your first raid you've ever done? Like, with a team and everything. Do you remember?
Probably something in MOP.
Molten Core, holy shit. Does Ubers count? Does
Yeah,
Ubers count?
yeah, we'll take it.
I guess it's a 10-man.
If it was
right?
back in vanilla, it definitely counted.
Yeah. Onyxia, I'm pretty sure. Wow. Hellfire? Okay, that's cool. Karazhan, you lucky dog. You lucky dog.
Whatever the one with Ragnaros was, that would be Molten Core.
Wow. Hellfire Citadel and Draenor, that's so cool. Nax and Wrath. Whatever the one with Ragnaros was, that's crazy.
Wait, are we talking about vanilla Ragnaros, or are we
Kata.
talking about Kata?
Oh, no. Where he gets up on 2 legs and looks like a fucking idiot. That was crazy. Trial of Valor earlier today in Remix. Still new. Yo, listen. You're grinding, though, and you're having fun. That's a W. His first raid was in Remix. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. That's not how raiding usually
That's
goes.
gonna feel like great, you know, probably. Kara was my first real raid I tanked. Wow. That's crazy. Vanilla Ragnaros. You guys raided in vanilla. You are crazy. That is so cool. I pulled from Molten Core once. Good times. Oh, shit. That's crazy. That is so cool, man. You gotta love shit like that. I love hearing people's experiences with World of Warcraft, like back when they first started. I love hearing stuff like that.
Yeah, I would love to add a segment to the show where people talk about their stories in WoW.
Yeah, it should be like a nostalgia segment almost in a way, or like, well, we have memory lane for like old videos, but
it was a memory lane, but not the video version.
Could be both versions.
Talk about just
I think that's cool.
your favorite times that you had in WoW.
Y'all, Yarless or Jarless? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Awesome. Once again, guys, don't forget. Let me see if I can send it again. Okay. Jesus. Let me do the giveaway for you guys, just in case if you guys are interested. There it is. Awesome. Midnight Epic Edition giveaway. I put it in both chats. Go in there. You can check out some of our socials. Have a chance at winning the Epic Edition giveaway. I think I'm going to do 2 by the time it all comes out. Because I feel like 1 is just not enough. I feel like 2 is the way to go. He doesn't have a jar of dirt. That's crazy. TC Fantastic. What is that? Anyone know what that is? Anybody in the chat?
I don't.
Anyone? All I'm going to say is, listen, overall, when it comes to Midnight, and I love the War Within. I really do. I really love the War Within, but the problem is, the second they announced Midnight, all my love went to Midnight. Is that bad? Is that bad, chat? I think the story, the theme, the zones, the characters, so much.
Yeah, you know what the problem was? It's like I was so excited for 11.2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got it. We killed normal Dimensius. We're progging heroic.
Yeah, we're having fun, yeah.
And the Midnight announcement comes out, and it's like in Saturday Night Live when he comes out and he hands Chris Farley the coffee and then tells him it's decaffeinated coffee crystal.
You son of a bitch.
It's like I'm so happy with Blizzard, but I'm also a little mad because it's like,
yeah,
my hype.
Yeah, they
War
killed
Within
the
is kinda
hype.
gone.
Yeah, and it sucks because I actually really enjoyed the War Within. What would you guys rate? We have 140 people in here. What would you guys rate the War Within as an expansion 1 through 10? I gotta hear it right now. Remember, there are delves, the 3 raids, Undermine, Nurbar Palace, Manaforge Omega. Warbands, yeah, being implemented. Like, we have to remember, also, Legion Remix is a part of the expansion. We have to remember all these factors, okay? So, based on all that, what would you rate it? A lot of 8s in the chat. A 6, strong 7.
For me, it's an 8.
10 because Anduin found his light again.
That's true.
Is that why you're saying it's a 10? Or you got the hots for Anduin? Let's be real here.
Wait a
He
second.
looks like Paul Walker. He literally looks like Paul Walker now. Ain't no wrong with a little Paul Walker.
No, I think for me, it has been an 8. It's been I have some of my fondest memories maybe ever.
Son of a bitch.
I really
got
enjoyed raiding with the guild.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I made some there's some people that I would be really upset if I didn't get to play World of Warcraft with anymore.
Brokeback
from the guild.
I really enjoyed doing delves. I really like that we have an actual villain who does shit in the scope of the story. I hate Mythic Plus though. Yeah, true. Mythic Plus is hot dog water. Delves in the Warband system is evergreen goodness. Yeah, exactly. You add housing on top of that. Plus, potentially, we'll see if the prey system can hold up post midnight, and maybe it could be evergreen as well. But adding another sort of what is it? Sort of like a capstone endgame content, a pillar of endgame content, like Mythic Plus rating, delves, housing / cosmetics / transmog / mounts, collectibles, whatever.
The thing is,
prey system. Maybe?
So midnight looks like it's going to be War Within 2.0 with prey, the housing, of course.
Yeah.
But midnight is going to live and die on this gamble they're taking with simplification of classes and removal of add-on.
Of course.
The legacy of midnight will be that. If that comes out good, I think, and obviously this is cope, but midnight could go down as one of the best expansions ever.
Well, don't forget, with the overhaul and rework of PvP and all that as well, you add PvP on top of everything. I definitely do agree. I think it could be one of the best expansions ever, at least top 3.
And it almost makes you feel like they were like War Within. And while I've really enjoyed it, it feels like they were warming up and testing things for midnight. And midnight feels more like
the real
game.
Yeah.
And even Dragonflight felt like a warm up to the War Within. So it's like I feel like we've been building up to midnight for a while now.
Yeah. I agree. Prey on Nightmare sounds exactly like your video about the world hard mode, Sky. You phased out into a world with harder mobs exactly as predicted. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a start from what I wanted, but I think someone said a little bit ago, I would love a heroic world tier. Yeah, Reuven. I love the idea. I think how many of you have tested out the Legion Remix heroic world tier mode, the hard mode or whatever it's called? It's a really good concept, and I think it's very simple. You just simply, when it comes to rewards and everything like that, I feel like it's not that far off from being implemented into live game. Like, I feel like it's possible. Right or wrong, guys? I feel like they're right there.
Yeah, but the problem with heroic world tier and why it works in Legion Remix where it might not in the main game is how do you reward people for it in the main game?
Okay.
Let's think about that, because in Legion Remix it's obvious there's what, one currency for your power.
Currencies.
Yeah, there's some currency that you get for power.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's easy to do. You're not going to give people heroic track gear from a heroic world tier.
No, I think there should be one weekly quest, maybe on heroic world tier, that could potentially give you a hero track piece. I also think because the world quest at literally after a week, world content is dead in retail WoW. It is dead. Right or wrong, chat? Am I right or wrong? The second a new season or expansion drops, world content is literally dead within a week because the upgrades are just either incredibly minimal for the work or they're just done. That's the problem. So how can we elongate and make world content more meaningful to the player and also have them be enjoyed?
There's no chance that they could give like a gilded or myth track crest.
No, they cannot.
That would be
broken.
Crazy.
And I'd do that.
People would exploit or figure out a way to ruin it for everyone. Max hero track
crest, yeah.
And I would say
even that's far-fetched.
That's tough.
Because the thing is, we have to remember, it shouldn't give you the best content.
You only get heroic gear from your 8 delves for once a week.
Yeah.
You're not just farming.
Yeah, non-stop heroic.
You're getting champions from the bountifuls, sure, not the same thing.
I think they could do a similar thing for her hero world tier, because right now, currently, it drops adventurer level loot. That's it. Adventurer and veteran, and that's it. Now they could amp it, dial it up to champion, and then a weekly hero. Why not?
You could give a second weekly hero track.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't.
But then it would be.
It's tough.
You would have
It's
to
tough.
leave it at max ruined crest. You can't give gilded.
No, you can't give gilded.
Unless
Enough.
you could give them. You could have people get
Bro.
similar to the 3 weekly delve gildeds that you get.
Sure.
One more thing of 7 gilded, which is fine.
Sure,
That's
that's fine. The thing is what they should try to flesh out and really dive into is choice. Sometimes I don't want to do Mythic Plus. If it was up to me, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's true. Good point. Make heroic world tier connected to war mode and being back in open world. And that way, when you're in heroic world tier, you're on war mode. And maybe there's something like you, and we said it in one of our previous streams. If you're going to do it, maybe there's a special currency you get that you could turn in for crest. Or, I don't know, whatever, Transmog or whatever. But you have a chance to lose it. High risk, kind of like that server's doing.
Ascension.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it then. Yeah, some people would hear the idea of
But that's
potential
fine because you could
PvP.
still get all these things just from Dell.
Yes. Some people will hear the idea of PvP encounters and have a panic attack. Warcraft needs friction, damn it. I could agree.
Well, you also, they do need to look into a way of get people into war mode and to actually give a shit about that.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to do that is to provide like
Reward.
tangible rewards.
Yeah.
And then
Reward.
you could give them, not only you could start giving them gilded crest, but you could start giving them extra honor. Maybe conquest, right? And I think they already do that for war mode, right? But, more.
Very, not often. Damn, is the War Within dead? Is it Overwatch time?
It's get your ass on alpha time, boy.
Yeah, it's alpha and midnight prep
And
time.
remix time.
And remix time. War Within right now.
It's remixing time.
It's Morbid time. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's a slight little nap angle.
What do you say we blow this joint and go see Tron right now? You and me.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know about that. War Within isn't dead. Lots of people are on Legion Remix right now. Yeah, Legion Remix is the meta right now.
Well, you know what? When
No,
on the
it's alpha.
21st, when the turbo boost really starts, I'm sure more people will be on. War
Sure,
Within
a little
again.
bit. Tron is lit. I love the IP. I think the IP is really cool. I don't know about the movie.
I just watched the 80s movie and the 2010 one in the last week.
I'm sure it was fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, everyone knows right now it's a little bit of a break until midnight when it comes to actual live game. Could add transmogs and pets and shit in heroic world tier. Yeah, I think that's the evolution. I think that is what Midnight could potentially bring to the table. Maybe even at a 0.5 patch or something. I do see it being a possibility. Heroic world tier coming to the live game. I'm telling you, I feel it. Not only that, this is big tinfoil hat action here. Okay. User-generated content could be coming to World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but that would be years. That's years.
Sure, I think it could be years down the line, but with how awesome, intuitive, easy, and just simple these housing UI and elements are, it is so easy to plug and play whatever you want. How hard would it be to plug an NPC here or there that can give you a quest, that you can go fight some mobs, and then just plug in a boss? Is it that far in the future? Like to where it's like unnoticeably far? I feel like it's a lot closer than we think, and I don't want to get rid of that idea just yet.
Maybe. I heard that a Final Fantasy XIV... No, Blizzard would not play nice enough with them.
Torn arse. What the fuck?
I don't think that's coming.
Dungeon Maker. No, for real. Think about it. Like a user-generated content by the community. What do you guys think about this idea? And we have 140, 50, 60 people in here. Whatever. How many of you think this will be a good idea? The community makes dungeons and content, and these dungeons get voted upon about what can be added potentially to like a Mythic Plus pool or just general content to go out and do, maybe drop some items, some cosmetics and stuff. And it's a community vote-based system.
Imagine bringing Classic or housing to Classic. Yeah. I don't think so, buddy.
You don't think so?
No,
I
I
feel
don't.
like that'd be cool.
I think
Well, I think it's a
that
good
the
idea.
classic player base would be upset about it. So why even?
Something better for the game? No! How dare you add something good to my game? Dungeon created just like Warcraft 3 days. Oh shit, you caught me. Wait, I'm paying for a sub to make dungeons? No, you're not understanding. It's community-created content, user-generated content. Obviously, Blizzard's still making their dungeons, their raids, their story, but it's just an extra bit of like shit for us to explore based off of just stories created by people. It can be a quest line based on, you know, heroes and villains that are made from the community and, you know, just things like that. I'm not asking for everyone to go make a fucking dungeon. It's just sandbox. It's open. It's for anyone to create. Halo Infinite players made crazy content. Yeah. You'll have a minimum number of mobs, bosses to qualify the creation for rewards. I agree. If it's so much better, there are private servers for you. Microsoft is never going to let that happen. Yeah. Well, yes. Maybe Microsoft needs their blood money. Oh, God. In Star Trek Online, they did the very same thing. It was taken out 2 to 3. Was it really? Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Speedrun dungeons for each class made by the community, like the stuff they made with Super Mario Maker. Oh, man. The Battlefield 6 created maps are crazy, crazy fun. Really? Interesting. I didn't even know they had that in Battlefield 6. They have player-created maps in Battlefield now? What the hell is going on? New day and age.
Didn't the game only come out like 24 hours ago? How
Some
could they already
shit
be
like
creating
that.
maps?
Yo, these people are crazy, bro. These people are crazy. Neverwinter had it as well. Yes, they did. It's always too much work for them to review it, and they just say it's not worth the hassle. That sucks. There could be a whole dungeon about foot fetish.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. You're a whack job. You are actually a wacko for sure. Let me fix Lance's camera a little bit. There we go.
No.
Now you're looking. Now you look sharp. Is there anything else on Wowhead? Let me check.
I don't think so, buddy.
No. On day 1, they made COD maps in Battle Force.
Are you being serious?
That is crazy. They made Call of Duty maps in Battlefield 6 day 1. I'd be down to have a whole dungeon of just Zalatat's foot.
One giant foot stepping
We're
on you.
cooked. Whole dungeon about foot fetish, man. That is... You guys are diabolical. You guys are fucking crazy. Bro, I want to
What is it,
freaking
like
play a
Nuketown?
Harrineer. I want to play a Harrineer. It's going to have to give separate rewards than player power so it doesn't...
Yeah, of
no,
course.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, they can never give player power with that sort of stuff. It's just experience and just having fun. That's literally strictly what it's all about. And the thing is, the reason it would be about that is because players are making the content. And it's like, it doesn't come out of Blizzard's time or wallet. Like, just have it be a pure fun-based thing. That's it. Give every healer a support spell like augmentation.
Well, actually, Ian even said something in one of these interviews he did during this whole roundup that they did, that he made like a cheeky comment about, you know, with how easy it is to do this housing and how intuitive it is, you never know. Maybe you could lay things like traps or like mobs in something like a house or something. I forgot exactly what it was, but
Interesting.
it was something. He then laughed about it. I was like,
Interesting. Very
maybe
interesting.
it's on their radar.
I don't think it's impossible. I think it could happen in the future for sure.
I don't know. He could have also just been talking about for people who want to make jumping puzzles in their house, have traps that could. Either way,
Probably what it is.
probably.
Dude, I just want to play an Amani troll. I'm getting upset already.
Guys, remember, he looked the camera.
I did.
He looked the camera right dead center and said, if Amani trolls come out, he's going to main Amani enhancement shaman.
Yes. 100%.
And us as a guild need to hold him to that. If he does that, he cannot reroll or play any other character but that character in Midnight. So, just remember that, guys.
They can do stuff like that in Star Wars The Old Republic. They have the traps from Hutball as traps. That's cool.
Hutball!
Let's get ready for Hutball. Frog... What is it? Frog dogs and rotworms or something?
Something like that.
Oh my god. He mentioned turrets, which is something a tinker would use. All right. Big tinfoil.
Tinker confirmed?
VR WoW housing. That's crazy. They made like 5 or so far. Shipment and Nuketown were cool. That's crazy. With the Void getting so powerful and bold, the Paladins need to go on a recruitment drive and expand their ranks. Need to be able to make a Night Elf Paladin. Maybe in the future, but it's just...
Let's be real. We all know why Shamans, Paladins, and Druids aren't available to every race yet.
Why?
Blizzard does not want to do the work to give them all unique models.
Hell yeah.
That's really it. Imagine a holy mecha, a holy gnome like Mechano Strider.
A druid mechanome? Oh, that's
that'd actually be
horrible.
so sick. Are you serious? A mechanome druid would actually be insane. I would play it.
That race needs to be deleted from the game in general.
Don't talk about the diaper gnome that way, you little shit. I actually don't want undead paladins in the game at all.
Gnome Paladin.
Usurpers! Omergan is mine!
Then again, I just don't like paladins, so I'm a hater.
Yo, guys, really quick. We're heading out of here pretty soon, but I have one more question. What is your guys' favorite dungeon to run of all time? What is your favorite dungeon ever? It could be from any expansion ever while you're leveling. It could be a max level dungeon. It could be a Mythic Plus dungeon. What is the dungeon that you go into and you're like, oh, that's a fucking good dungeon right there. Like, I can run this like all night. Blackrock Depths. Wow, that's a good one. Maw? No, get out. Maw of Souls? Wailing Caverns. W. Utgard Keep. Okay. Dude, I'm going to be honest. One of my favorite ones ever, even though it's so simple, is Dead Mines, man. I fucking love running Dead Mines.
Say,
I love it.
Oh, Magister's Terrace is good. But I was going to say Dead Mines or Vanilla SFK maybe.
Wow. Yeah, Vanilla Shadowfang Keep was a good dungeon.
I really like
I
those
could
two.
run those dungeons all day, every day. Karazhan, yeah.
Well, I count that as a raid.
Dead Mines was fun. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's some about Dead Mines.
Something
the
more modern.
More modern.
In TBC.
Halls of Valor, really?
I really fucked with Shadowlands and TBC.
Really?
If we're talking about TBC, Wrath, I don't really.
No,
I'm not fond of any of the dungeons. Ada, I'm not fond really. Mop, the Stormstout Brewery, I really like. Wad, don't like. Oh, the train one.
Heroic Kata Dead Mines was so bad, though. Really?
Yeah,
was it?
I'm talking vanilla Dead Mines.
Dead Mines is legit. I always like Maradon. Maradon's a pretty good dungeon. That's another one of those experiences. That's another one of those experiences that's like, yo, buckle up. We got 2 hours right now. 2-3 hours.
I just like that I would sit in there for night upon night upon night during COVID, grinding Princess out.
You're crazy.
Soloing.
Sunken Temple. Oh, no. I never liked Sunken Temple, Rec. I'm going to be honest.
I'm with him on that.
Ragefire Chasm. That's crazy. Mara, once you figure out the layout, is great. Dire Maul, too. Yeah, Dire Maul is
Skolo
awesome.
and Classic are both great dungeons, bro.
Fuck, Strathalholm, Skolo, Scarlet Monastery.
So SM is one of those where I actually prefer.
No.
I prefer the update.
You're fucking crazy.
more.
I thought the update ruined them.
No, I kind of like it more.
You're fucking crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Dude, Scarlet Monastery had the worst upgrade of all. It was such a downgrade. I hated it. With the dogs.
off.
And he's like, more meat for the dogs. Get that shit out of here, bro.
I liked.
That shit was
I just
lame as
have
hell.
good memories of being younger and leveling up specifically a Worgen, my Worgen Shadow Priest. I really enjoyed it. What do you want from me, bro? Fuck off.
Oldemon's cool. Oldemon's cool.
Oldemon is a good one. Grimbatol's ass for me. Grim Butthole
My
is
legend.
butthole.
He goes, but my legend. That's crazy. That is funny. Old school SM. Yeah, old school SM was so fucking iconic, bro.
Oh, Canadian. What's up, man? Didn't even notice it was you.
Where? Canadian where?
You just read his comment, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Canadian. What's going on? How are you, buddy? My legend. Yo, suck the freaking pants off me. Get up out of here.
You don't like the monk with the fire fist?
No, that shit is so lame.
Fuck you, man.
Dude, they ruined that shit. We need more old dungeons
Oh,
back from Mythic
Zul'Farrak
Plus.
is great too, by the way.
Damn, Zul'Farrak was a good dungeon. Yo, you did Armory 47 times for the axe. Yeah, you're
For
fucking...
the Ravager?
I would have given up on it. Didn't you, at that point, did you just over-level it?
Did you... Wait, let me ask you something. How many times did you lose the roll? That shit drops like every other run. No, for real.
Bro, I think the last boss has a loophole of like 4 items.
How fuck did you get, bro?
Yo, that's crazy. Yes and yes.
Yeah, Shadowfang keep vanilla definitely fucks.
I still have the mallet for Zul'Farrak. Yeah, you're crazy. I never did that quest.
That's something that you should
once in my
definitely have.
life.
Yeah, if you have it, you should keep that one.
I agree.
That's an item to keep.
I'm good on that. Now, for the very last question of the night, ladies and gentlemen. What is your guys' favorite zone to quest or level in? To do the quest, to level in, complete,
Not
to chill
just
out
vanilla,
in.
just forever?
It could be any zone of all time. Any zone of all time. What is your favorite zone to quest or level in
Can I give
ever?
a couple? Can I give a couple of them?
Sure, man.
Oh, thanks. Red Ridge Mountains Vanilla is a great zone, by the way. Nagrand is a good zone. Duskwood Classic is a good one. Well, let's hear yours first. God.
That's a tall
Dunmore / Ghostlands. Great picks, both of them. Wetlands. Mary. That's on my list, Mary.
Outland Nagrand. Wow. I love how dark the story was in Duskwood. Yeah, very true.
Mount Hyjal.
Grizzly Hills is the correct answer. That's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ashenvale.
I love the Grizzly Hills music. Don't love the questing there.
No, the questing is actually, I don't like it.
Actually, you know what my favorite zone for questing was in Wrath was the jungle one.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was cheeks.
I thought it was the best one.
I thought all the
Dude, I got a
leveling
whole
was
level in that
terrible.
zone in like 2 hours. Like, I leveled.
I got
very
my
quick.
flying. I got my flying unlocked in that zone. Bro, I was farming like a madman.
Yeah, Sholazar Basin. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no. Storm Peaks, okay. Barons for the chat, yeah, it's crazy. Vanilla Lock, wow.
Oh, Retail Eastern Plaguelands. Is that the one with the caravan? Or is that Western Plaguelands? I don't remember.
STV holds so many memories, wouldn't level there, but in its time. Yeah, no. Definitely don't go near STV. If you're ever in Classic, TBC, just don't go near STV. Doesn't matter. No breaks. What's going on, baby? How we doing?
Drusvar, by the way, Drusvar is on my list.
Tough question. Starting zone of the Night Elves. Ooh, Eldritch Hill.
Yeah.
Eldritch Hill, because that was my first zone. I love the music. I remember the first time seeing it, being overwhelmed by everything in a positive way. That music and the voiceover of the guy as you're logging into your character is, it is absolutely.
Wait a second. Azure Mist Isles is up there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Ghostlands is better. Blood Elf, really, the Blood Elf 1 to 20 is the best.
It's my favorite of all time.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's my favorite, like, Ghostlands as well as Eversong Woods. Peak quest, zone, and story design for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, Eversong into Ghostlands is insane.
The Emerald Dream. Ooh.
Oh, it was nice in Dragonflight. You never did it, right?
No.
Yeah, it was nice.
I never. That's kind of sad.
It's good questing there.
Sad.
If you have a druid, by the way, if you have a druid, you need to go there and just get the questing gear from it.
Wow,
Beautiful.
really? Wow.
But Azure Mist into Blood Mist, great leveling too.
Yeah.
Great leveling there.
Draenei are very cool, man. They're such a cool race. I miss their old models better. Just because I think the look was just so good. It's iconic for me, very nostalgic. But, man, them as a race, they're just awesome, man. What they believe in, what they do, how they hold themselves. They're just good people. Good fucking people. Love the Draenei. Very big fan. Shadowlands low-key for a bad expansion and good leveling zones?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
S-tier leveling zones, for sure.
Especially when you didn't have to do the campaign and you're doing your like the next characters after your alts, and you got to just free roam around.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I loved how evil the Blood Elves felt during those Draenei quests. Yeah, they They did such a good job in TBC introducing those two races. They fucking nailed it.
Well, Blood Elves were still very much influenced by the Fel.
That's crazy, Birth. You're fucking crazy. I can't really just pick one. So many great zones over the years. Yeah, man. There's World of Warcraft.
Maybe we should go. You could go expansion by expansion, maybe.
Sure, technically.
Like
Classic for me. Favorite zone ever? Fuck. I don't know.
Mine's Wetlands for sure.
Really?
Or, no, not is it Blasted Lands or Badlands?
It's not
Badlands.
Blasted Lands. Yeah, it's Badlands.
Badlands.
Yeah. Little Badlands chugs.
Yeah, I like both of those zones a lot.
Yeah, the lock is pretty good. I like zones that tie into quests. I think Westfall is one of the better ones for me personally, just because you complete all the quests and you go right into the dead mines. You get a blue piece of gear, excuse to get in there, get a chunk of XP, one and done. See you later. That's pretty
Westfall's
awesome.
good.
Westfall, because you have to add the dungeon experience.
What about a
in there.
hot take?
Sure.
Ungoro.
Oh my god, you're
And Tenaris.
Ungoro Crater?
Yeah.
That place is a fucking dump. Wait, does anyone else think Ungoro is one of the best zones in classic World of Warcraft? Am I crazy?
It's up there for me.
That place is a fucking dump.
But what do you mean? You get all the quests in one go? You get all the quests in one go, and you go and just kill all these mobs, and then you go right back around, turn them in, and you get like 2 levels, and you leave.
You went to sleep with a pterodactyl toy when you were younger too, right? Okay.
Like that.
That's what I fucking thought.
No, I actually don't really like dinosaurs.
I agree on Goro's rules. Dinosaurs are lit. Ungoro's fine. I like big dinosaurs. That's crazy.
Vanilla for me, it'd probably be, I'd say Wetlands. But I actually really like Tenaris too, bro.
Tenaris, here's the thing. I actually like Tenaris, but the problem is that's when you start hitting that spot where the leveling starts to feel really long. In those 40s, it can feel
Yeah,
long.
but there's so many good zones. Right?
In what, classic in general?
In those 40s, there's so many good
Are
zones
there?
that you can mess
Like
with.
what?
Yeah. Tenaris, you still have the end part of
STV?
STV. You have, what is that? Burning Steps?
No, Burning Steps is late 40s. heading
Whatever.
into
You got
50s.
Badlands.
Sure, Badlands. Yeah.
You got Desolus. Don't say no.
I
Yes,
like
you do.
Desolus.
Yeah, you have Desolus.
What about that one dwarf zone? Arathi Highlands?
Parathi Highlands, you're right. You have that. Feralis. Yeah, I mean, there's
Feralis, yeah.
there's so many of them.
Yeah, Feralis is pretty. Yeah, I never liked questing in Feralis, but I do like the look of Feralis a lot. And
And then the
connecting into
50s
Dire Maul is cool.
50s are good, especially if you're talking post AQ being out, when you have what's the zone with AQ?
Oh my god.
Drawing a blank.
Jesus Christ. What's the AQ zone, guys?
I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Someone's gonna say it now. But whatever, you have both of the Plague Lands, you have Silithus.
Silithus, yeah, Silithus.
You have Silithus, both the Plague Lands, Burning Steps and Searing Gorge, Bellwood, Winter Spring. Yeah, there's
Winter
so
Spring
many.
Winter Spring is a joy to quest through.
Yeah, Winter Spring.
Not because I actually think the quest design is great, but the music. And you can also start mining Rich Thorium Vein there. And there's a lot of elite quests for groups. There's prerequisites for raids there. Winter Spring is a very dope spot. Very, very dope spot. Also, some endgame recipes there you can buy from the town as well.
And the Onyxia attunements there.
Yeah, very cool. Hot take, I love Frostfire Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love cold zones. By the way, any snowy zones, I love going through. Frostfire Ridge was an excellent zone. Very good. Winter Spring beautiful, I agree.
When I go into snowy zones, I put on a winter transmog though.
That's cool. Tenaris is just a zone to run through on the way to Ungoro.
What about TBC zones?
ABC? Honestly, I really love Hellfire Peninsula. And after reading the Rise of the Horde book and really seeing how that zone came to be, and how first it was just a simple base, and then they started getting knowledge from the demons, and the demons were giving them power as well as materials and stuff like that, and they were slowly changing the entire aesthetic of the Horde, because the Horde originally, they were just like Native Americans. They were people, they're peaceful. They just, the orcs would just hunt, smoke, drink, have parties, and that's it. That's all they did. So they got all these materials, and then they went from this aesthetic, like tents and, fur coats and everything, to like metal, spikes, armor, grit, and they turned it into this giant citadel. And then when Gul'dan came, he was doing dark practices that would shoot hellfire out into the sky. And that's why it became the Hellfire Citadel. Yeah. And it ended up being visible throughout the entirety of the zone. And that zone in particular used to be the most lush zone in all of Outland. Well, Draenor at the time. But really, really cool. Really, really cool zone. And then, of course, they also built the Dark Portal there. So combining the Hellfire with the Dark Portal, it toasted the zone entirely. It could suck the life out of everything. Destroyed the entire zone.
Well, Ner'zhul opening all the portals, yeah. There was a lot of portals he opened.
Well, first, it was
what turned it into Outland was Ner'zhul.
Yeah, he was also debated big time. But then Gul'dan, the entire time, Gul'dan was like so over being this dude's apprentice, he went behind his back instantly to Sargeras.
He's a rat.
Or not Sargeras at the time, it was the other homeboy. Oh my god.
Kil'jaeden.
Yeah, Kil'jaeden. Immediately.
So, you're a Hellfire guy. We have...
I thought Hellfire was an
Nagrand, Zangarmarsh, Nagrand again, Terracar.
Terracar's nice.
Netherstorm.
They're all good. every BC
I'm partial to the
quest
Zangarmarsh. I'm partial to Marsh.
I think if we're talking pure quest design, I do think Zangarmarsh has the best quest design out of all the zones, by the way. It's very simple. It's very fluid. A lot of kill quests. A lot of collect quests. A lot of boss quests as well. Very good quest design in Zangarmarsh.
I know no one is going to say Blade's Edge.
No.
No one's going to say that.
No, I didn't like Blade's Edge.
That's a shithole.
I didn't like Blade's Edge.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't interested.
That's the only zone that's not good.
I thought the Ogre theme could have been good.
Yeah, it's just traversing that place is a bitch.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think they did good. Mage counterspell interrupt duration increased to 7 seconds. Was 5. Does not affect. Wait a sec. Let's go. Let's check it out, baby. Let's check it out. Podcast. Let's go weekly cooldown here. Fucking ads on Wowhead are crazy. Less diminishing returns. While some players are being vexed to learn that they have not lost some of their stun or crowd control capabilities in Transition Midnight, stuns are becoming much more easy to use. PvE enemies will still suffer diminishing returns, but no longer become fully immune no matter how many are used on them. Oh, buddy. Classic WoW. This reduces the need to track diminishing returns while also serving as something of a soft buff to group with lots of crowd control effects. Okay. Players will be fully immune to a crowd control category after 2 casts was 3. Okay, longer interrupt durations. So everyone is getting longer interrupt durations for PvE. Interesting. Was 3 seconds. Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Druid, Balance. Wow, Solar Beam 7 is insane, bro. Everyone. Interesting. Isn't that old news? Yeah, I think I read about this, but I thought it meant for PvP combat, but I guess it's just PvE. Yeah. The stun thing. Yeah. I read about this. But all right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's going to be it for tonight. We have, of course, another show coming out Wednesday. I'm about to probably hop on some Legion Remix tonight, casually play a little bit, do some work, and then, get some more content out. By the way, once again, thank you guys for all the love, man. We've gotten such an insane amount of views the last week. I think we've gotten close to 500,000 views total across the channel in 1 week, which is absolutely insane. So you guys are really, really cool. Thank you guys so much for all of that. Let me check Twitch and see who is live for World of Warcraft, so we can toss out a raid. We'll go sub 100.
That's the one right there.
For sure, bro. What the fuck? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are you talking about? You know that's who you
That's
got
my
into.
guy / raid. Yo, thank you guys so much for all the love tonight. Shout out to the raid as well. You are the man / woman. I appreciate it, guys. A lot more content coming, soon, dude. I love you guys. Be ready for more. We're going to do more alpha stuff, Legion Remix stuff, so be prepared. Wednesday night, we will have our show. Love you guys. God bless every single one of you. My name's Scott for the Comeback Kids.
I'm Lance. See you in the next one.
We'll see you guys in the next one.